I'm going to start with the easy one first, which is the living wage. The living wage is, it is a very passionate issue for a lot of people in this city. You know, I went back and took some economic courses when I was city manager because of all the talk about the living wage. I'm a lawyer by training. I didn't study economics beyond what I needed to get a certified financial planner designation, but I went back and I took a formal course in economics. The jury is still out on whether or not the living wage is a good or a bad thing. But I will tell you that the latest report from BEBRS, they call it, which is the Bureau of Economic Research in New Mexico in Albuquerque. The last one I could find was 2007. I've done some research on this. We have hit the skids since 2007 with the recession. And I think it's time for another report to see what's going on with the living wage. I did come out, and John knows this because I did this on the radio. I came out adamantly opposed to a hike in the living wage this last round because you do not raise mandatory wages in a recession or you create job shortages. That was like one sentence in all of my economic books, and it was like so fundamental. I went back and I found it again. And in fact, there have been some elected officials here who have bragged about our unemployment rate, and they're quoting figures I haven't seen. But I know that it has gone up in recent days. And I know, because I hear it anecdotally from people, that the living wage has created a problem. And before I get to the sanctuary city, let me just tell you that a lot of people who are elected officials have never had any business experience. They do not realize that when you're a business owner and you employ people, everybody gets paid first, and then you get paid, maybe, if there's any money left over. Not only do the people get paid, but you know, you've got to pay your suppliers, you've got to pay your overhead expenses. Some people have been living in such a tight margin during the recession that hiking that minimum wage has made a difference between the success and failure for people. There has been a blatant disregard by our elected officials of these simple facts. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because nobody has taken the time to explain this to them or what. But the role of the mayor is, like I said, to listen to everybody and then to make sure that when we're making these kinds of decisions, that the public not only has a chance to weigh in on it, but that the facts are disseminated widely, publicly, and openly to the public before that decision is made. And there's not going to be any more difficulty in finding that information before these decisions are made. The second question